In today's video, I want to share with somebody on how to know if somebody is intending to marry you or your current partner is planning to marry you. You are a Christian and you want something serious. You want to end up in a marriage, but then you find at the end of the day, most of the time you end up being heartbroken. You realize the person was not intending to marry you. They were just playing with your heart. They were just passing time and all. So in these advices, these are the quick, no, of course there are so many ways you sometimes which you can tell, but what these advices are the one of the most common ways you can tell. And most people, I think, we do see these signs, but most of us, we just ignore them just because we are so in love, or we're wishing things could be what we want, or you are so attracted to the person that you are with, and you feel like no, perhaps over time they're gonna get used to me and all those. So one of the major signs that I can give you to know if you're with someone who's intending to marry you, so that you don't attach. Even if they disappoint you, you are not so surprised, and you find that you're not so heartbroken. One of the major signs you can look at, for instance, let me start with a woman and you're attracted to a male. In order for you to tell if a man is not really planning to marry you, is okay, let's go to the African continent, for example. Let's look at the African continent. In Africa, commonly, you know that before anything else, what comes first is lobola, of course. So you find I think this is obvious, but most people, they miss it. If that guy is already working, that man is already working, and now he's just buying cars, he's doing everything else, and you've been in a relationship for so long, for many years, there's a good chance he's not really planning to marry you in the near future. If already you see that he has money, he can marry you, but now he's putting his money he's spending his money on something else rather than to marry you, or it's not really bringing up paying lobola for you, then that could be a sign you should begin to watch out. Also, for example, another thing is, like, even if you're not in Africa, even in America, I think there's those sides, there are no lobolas. So one of the things you can look at is when a guy, like, he hardly brings up getting married with you. He's been with you for so long, but you hardly ever hear him talk about marriage. You hardly ever hear him mention that he can't wait to marry you, or we should get married soon. He doesn't bring it up, doesn't slip up, even if maybe he's scared that he might chase you away. Once in a while he's supposed to slip up his tongue. And if you know that he's earning well, what's the hold up? And you've been together for so long, because sometimes it might be that he's trying to get to know you, so he's just waiting for the right time until where he can pop the question, and then maybe still want to know what kind of a person. If it's a new relationship, of course, don't really expect. So, but the more he delays, and you know it's been so long and you've been good to him and all, but it doesn't really talk about marriage, and you cool if you wanted, then that's a red flag. Be careful. Some they are in with you just because at that time he was desperate, he was single, and some they can't handle being alone for so long, so he's just passing time, and now here he's just waiting for the right moment where he can find somebody whom he see that she's worthy for him to marry. So also, if I can go with you're a male and you're looking at a lady, in order for you to pick up that the girl is also not playing or what, you realize when a woman, when she's in love and she's seeing you as a husband material or potential husband, they slip up. When a woman is in love, it's so obvious. They can't hold it. It's so difficult for a woman to hold it. So obviously, she will start bringing up you guys getting married. Marriage things, marriage plans, my future hubby. Sometimes that's how she's gonna refer or call you. Those are the name or the pet name that she's gonna call you with. But if a woman, she's holding back, like everything, like you realize now, like you talk about marriage and she skips the subject, or she avoids the subject, or she hardly refers to you as a future husband, or she sounds like she's not sure about you, and you know you've been so good to her, there is a good chance that she's just with you just because she wants to see if maybe she will really fall for you, and maybe during the time she's with you, like, yeah, she might end up loving you so much, or maybe you might find that she's with you just for the money if you have money, or she's with you just because she's lonely, she's single, and she doesn't have anybody. She's still looking for somebody better, somebody or your replacement. So that's also a sign. But the moment you get in a relationship, whether you're a man or you're a lady, and your partner, they are always talking about marriage, even if it's not always, but once in a while you hear them talking about you guys in the future, mentioning when you buy a house together, your children, all those things, to sum up everything, are good signs that somebody is planning to marry you. Once they are seeing you as their future husband or a wife, so you don't waste your time. But once those topics are hardly there, they hardly bring up those things, they just want to be with you when they are feeling lonely, they hardly spend their quality time with you, they hardly share the whatever things, hardships that they are going through with you, then that's a red flag. You start to think twice, begin to pray harder, begin to hold your heart, begin to protect your heart, begin to buy a shield for your heart, because anything can happen. So yes, any further questions, feel free to comment on the section below, and for any spiritual related questions, feel free to follow me and DM me on my Instagram account, as well as if you don't have an email or you prefer using an email, here is my email on the screen. And make sure you subscribe to this channel, because more Christian related videos will be coming your way, even prophetic word videos will be coming your way, and anything that is Christian related will be coming your way, Christian dating and all those. And make sure you like today's video, and remember to share if you feel like you know somebody, your cousin or your friend, they've been dating somebody who's playing with them, and you know that they are just playing with them. Share this video or to anyone who might need to hear this. And as for me, Ishmael and your priest, that's all I had for you today, and I will see you next time. Stay blessed in the name of Jesus Christ. Take care.